Hey everybody, Jam Creates here, doing another It Came From ComiXology, ology. I just feel like that needs the big echo effect every time. I don't know. If you like it, let me know. If you hate that, I'll stop doing it. Um, or maybe I'll just keep doing it just to annoy you. I don't know. We'll see. Depends on the mood I'm in. I'm in a pretty good mood today, so, that's it. I'm tired, but other than that, I'm good. So anyway, as I mentioned in my previous video, where I did my manga review, I went on a trip last week, at the end of the week. For the weekend, I went to Boston, and I went to Boston with a bus full of 7th graders. So if you have any idea what that's like, I'm sorry. I feel your pain. Anyway, no, it actually wasn't so bad. But what it did give me time to do, of course, was read. So I was reading, and rather than bring a bunch of floppies or bigger trade paperbacks or anything with me on the bus, I just used my hand-to-dandy tablet, and I downloaded some stuff from ComiXology for free. And one of the things I did was this one. It just kind of caught my eye. Now, there's no real particular reason that I chose this one. This is Stephen Mooney's Half Past Danger. There was no recommendation. Nobody told me, hey, you got to check that out or anything like that. It was nothing along those lines whatsoever. It was simply, I was flipping around through ComiXology before my trip, looking for some stuff to download, and I stumbled across it, and I saw the name. First of all, the name got my attention, Half Past Danger. I'm like, that's a great name. And then I looked at the cover, and you've got dinosaurs and like an Indiana Jones looking guy and like pretty girl and like a ninja and some planes and a burning Nazi flag and tanks, and I'm like, this looks like something I might be into. So anyway, I decided to check it out, and what this is a collection from a series. This is the entire series collected. It's from IDW, which your mileage may vary. But for this, it's good. This is an interesting thing they did. Like, this was for every issue, they did this like widescreen letterboxed kind of chapter heading thing, which I think is actually a really cool effect. I just think it's a neat effect, like to set the stage, like to really kind of make it feel cinematic. I may steal that someday for something. So anyway, this book takes place during World War II, and this is the entire series, by the way. I just wanted to mention it's not just one book. This is the whole series. I think it's like 5 or 6 issues. And it is on ComiXology. It's on ComiXology Unlimited. So if you have a ComiXology Unlimited subscription, this is free for you to read. Free in quotes, because if you're paying for a subscription, is it really free? Is it not free? Are you paying for it? That's all things you could debate. But it is included. Let's put it that way. It is included with your subscription to ComiXology Unlimited. So that's why I do this series, is just because there's so much stuff on ComiXology that if you've got the subscription, you don't even need to buy anything from ComiXology. There's a ton of stuff to read that will not cost you anything more than the price of your subscription. So if you're not making use of it, dude, make use of it. If you like to read comics, it really is a great thing to do. And you don't have to read a bunch of crap either. You can find good stuff to read. And that's part of the reason why I do this series, is because I want to kind of point out some of the quality stuff that's out there. So anyway, as I was saying, the book starts, it takes place in World War II. We've got a group of American soldiers being led by a guy who's just nicknamed Irish, which we come to find out later he actually is Irish from Ireland. And they come to this island, and they find the Nazis are there. They've got a base. They're not really sure why they're there. And so then they continue. They've got to get the intel to someone, so they decide to march around, take a long way around the Nazi camp so they can get the intel to the right place. And as they're making their way through this jungle area, suddenly they get attacked by dinosaurs. That's right. Freaking dinosaurs. And this, my friends, is one of the reasons why I really enjoyed this series. It's hokey and silly and pulpy, but in the best possible way. It's got that old, action adventure serial type feel to it. We've got soldiers in World War II taking on dinosaurs on an island that the Nazis are on for some reason. And so what happens is Irish's squad, they get attacked by these dinos, and basically his whole squad gets wiped out. He's the only one who survives. And then we cut later, he's in New York, and he gets approached by this woman and this guy. And it turns out that it's actually kind of fun. There's this big barroom brawl, and then this other guy gets involved, and you're like, who the heck is this? And he starts just like Bruce Lee and everybody. Just good, good stuff, fun stuff, really good art. Honestly, the art is really well done in this book. And we come to find out, like, and see, again, with the letterbox, and now this is the second issue, chapter 2, in, like, Flynn. Turns out they found the photographs that they took of the dinosaurs, and now they believe him about the dinosaurs. This is a great panel. Look at that panel. Look at that page. It should say page. It's a splash page. She's got the projector over her face. Like, whoever the colorist was on this did a great job, because you've got first of all, it's just a great picture. Like, she looks beautiful, looks great. You've got the projector, and then you've got, like, here's the projection lines on her face and on her body and everything. It's such a great job. Like, whoever the colorist was, he mentions it in the end. There's a whole write-up that he does about the book, and he talks about the colorist, and really just, like, because he was going to color it himself, and then he wound up having someone else do it, and really top-notch job. And like I said, the art is very good, although I will say there's a couple of spots where I feel like I don't want to say traced, but some of the spots, some of them do look like traced photographs, where you look at the people, especially John Noble, who's the blonde guy here, where they actually look like, it looks like traced photographs. I don't think it is, but I can't rule it out. I don't really honestly know, and I hate to make an accusation like that. I really don't want to do that, because it's not traced 3D models. It's definitely not that. But it could be traced, or at least somewhat worked from, for lack of a better term, photograph. So anyway, they go back to the island because they have to stop the Nazis from getting the dinosaurs, because they don't really know what they're doing there and what they want with the dinosaurs. So while they're there, look at that, that's cool. So while they're there, they and I honestly, there's a lot of twists and turns in this, which is good too. It really has that pulpy serial feel of, like, wait a minute, there's some stuff we can't explain here. What's happening with this guy? Like, John Noble, which, first of all, his name is Captain John Noble. Like, I mean, seriously, that's a great name. But you got to figure, like, what's, you really, like, why are the dinosaurs? How are they still alive? What are the Nazis planning on doing with the dinosaurs? Which they do explain what the Nazis are planning on doing with the dinosaurs. But then there's some twists when we get to the end. There's some really big twists in the last couple issues, towards the end of the story, where there is some, like I said, some really big twists that you don't see coming. And then when they happen, you're like, oh my god, how did I not see that? Or at least that's how it was for me. I don't know, maybe you'll be smarter than me and you'll see them coming a lot sooner. I don't know. But there's some good stuff, and there's some really ridiculous stuff, which I appreciate. Like, the fact that, like, Ninja Dude is, like, just hacking up dinosaurs with his katana, and he is just straight up wrestling and fighting dinosaurs. Like, just boom, he just punched him. He was just punching a dinosaur. He's swinging this one around by the tail, knocking dinosaurs out. Like, that is ridiculous, but it's also great. It's that kind of stuff that I'm talking about. That gives it that pulpy, silly, but also fun. You just gotta roll with it. Like, if you let yourself roll with it, it's a great ride. It's a lot of fun. The characters are really well defined, and they feel like characters. They tend to not really do anything overtly stupid, which is good. It's not the things where you're just like, oh god, this idiot, why are they doing this? Like, no, they have good motivations for doing the things that they do. And they do things that seem fairly normal, honestly, when considering the situation that they're in. And so there's the whole thing with the Nazis, with the dinosaurs, and what's the real purpose for them being on the island? What are they doing with the dinosaurs? Why are they? What's their plan? And just a lot, and then some big twists and turns at the end. So if you haven't checked this out, which I don't imagine that you would have, considering that, unless you did the same thing I did and just kind of stumbled across it, I don't really see, I don't really see why you would have, read it unless it was something you stumbled across back in the day. I think it's from like 2014 or something like that. So anyway, you'll read it. There'll be some names in it that at the end that you'll realize were somewhat associated with it, and you'll be kind of like, I don't really like that guy. But otherwise, good book. I really don't know a whole lot about the actual creator of the book, which is a good thing, because sometimes knowing more about them can ruin it for you. So anyway, I would absolutely recommend reading this. And on the plus side, here's a bonus for you. The follow-up series, because they actually did another series, Half Past Danger. I don't remember what it's called. I think I have it on my books here. Half Past Danger 2, Dead to Rights, which is a great title. That is also on ComiXology Unlimited. So you can read the first series, and if you like the first series, you can then go pick up the second series and read that as well. I have not done that yet, but I plan on it because I really did enjoy this one. So if you guys want me to report back to you on a future It Came From ComiXology about Half Past Danger 2, Dead to Rights, I will absolutely do that for you. Just let me know in the comments, hit me up on Twitter, whatever, and I will totally do it if you guys want to see it. Or if I read it and it is just freaking awesome, I may just take it upon myself to just do it again anyway. So anyway, that is my review of this. I know It Came From ComiXology is not so much a review, as more it is just kind of like, hey, this is something cool that you should probably check out, that I read, or this is something terrible that you should stay away from. Luckily, we haven't had any of those yet. I'm sure it'll happen eventually. So anyway, definite recommend for sure. And like I said, it's not going to cost you anything. Half Past Danger on ComiXology Unlimited. If you've already got the subscription, it ain't going to cost you. So anyway, if you like this video, please click the thumbs up, share the video, make sure you click to subscribe, make sure you're still subscribed, hit the bell for notifications so that you won't miss any videos, because I'm back and I'm pumping them out again. And I'm really planning on trying to get my space down here in the basement set up so I can do some good live streaming. I really want to do some drawing live streams. I feel like that would be the best way for me to talk to you guys and to practice my drawing as well, because I'm working on something. And I would love for you guys to be a part of it as I'm working on it. So I'm going to just say that for now. If you follow me on Instagram or on Twitter, you might have some idea of what's going on, about, like, at least a vague idea of what maybe I'm working on. But anyway, that's all for now. I will talk to you guys soon, and peace out.